up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're feeling good. So basically what we're gonna do today is check out some DIY crop tops from Tik Tok and see if they actually work out. I'm gonna show you guys how to make them. They're super easy. All of them took me less than 5 minutes to make. You don't need a machine, and if you do want to use your machine you can, but you can use also just a hand needle, and most of them you can get away without actually hemming things. I'm just like a neat freak, so you know, if I'm gonna wear it as a top, can it look like I bought it? So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you're a newbie on the channel so we can grow together. And yeah, let's get into it. Tik Tok number uno. Okay, so I'm starting with the one that has the most steps and then going to the last one which has literally no steps. So this is the first Tik Tok and I love it because it's like kind of a corset or cinching in the waist. And with that, I think I'm going to make it out of a shirt, and I'm going to make actual loops and not safety pins so I can actually wear it all the time and put it in the wash with ease. So first thing I'm going to do is pick the length that I want and cut the rest off. Once you've done that, you can either leave it that way or you can fold and pin the hem down and then just stitch it by hand or stitch it with your machine. I just do this because I want it neat and I actually want to wear the shirt casually, but if you don't care you can skip that step. Once that's done and everything is top stitched and neat, you can move on to the bottom, which is going to be our straps. So I'm making my straps about 5 centimeters thick, and I'm going to make 2 and cut through both layers. So we're gonna have basically 3 little pieces coming out each. So 1 long one, 2 short ones, 1 long one, 2 short ones, and then you're gonna just cut off the sides so everything is straight and we are able to connect them. You can make an L shape and also just stitch along a triangular angle to join your straps to have the pattern meet, or you can just go directly straight, the usual, which will just have a little bit more bulk, but your pattern should match up if you care about it to match. Yeah, that's just the seamstress in me. Fold it right side to right side. You can leave the straps and just like continue with them as is, but once again I like to be neat, so I'm gonna stitch them and then I'm gonna turn the straps inside out after cutting off all the excess. And I'm using a loop turner. You can use a safety pin, you can use a hairpin, but yeah, I'm using a loop turner, turning my straps inside out. The short little strap we're gonna use to make the little hoops at the side of our shirt. So this is how we do that. Now you're going to mark basically where you want the loops to go. So where you want your waist to be cinched in. Don't go too high by like your bust. You have to be directly where your waist is. And I'm gonna put 5, but after wearing it I only needed 4, and I'm making them about 3 to 4 centimeters apart. And then you're gonna use a unpicker and just unpick along the seam the stitch that is there, so you can slide your little loops in there. If you don't have an unpicker, you can use like tiny scissors, you know those ones that come with like your little nail set, you can use those. If you trust yourself with big scissors, you can use those, and then cut up the straps that you want. I made mine about 6 centimeters long, folded them in half and then slit them through the little holes that I had just made. So you're gonna fold them in half and just slide them through there and pin it into place. And it should look like that. Do that on both sides, and now we are going to stitch from the inside along that seam allowance. You can use a hand stitch and just go in a straight line, or you can use a machine stitch, whichever one floats your boat. And once that's in place, you can basically just thread your longer strap in and you should be done. And this is how the top turned out. I think it's super cute. I think I can wear this at work, I can wear it going out, and I can see it done with a whole lot of different colors and different types of shirts as well. Next is this backless tee, and I just found this so cute because it's still modest and cool. On the front, you don't like mess up the tee that you already have, but you still have this like cool open back. So I'm going to turn my top inside out and we're going to work from the back, and I'm going to basically first decide where I want to chop off. So just below my waist, including the seam allowance, so the hem that I'm going to make if you're going to have a hem. Chop off the excess. And then I'm going to just figure out where the middle of the top is, mark that point. I'm going to go 12 from that point and 12 from that point and go up 24. So I'm basically making a square that's 24 by 24 all around. And this is going to help us make a arc. And I'm going to make the arc at the corner of the square here. You can do it both sides, but if you want to really have a symmetrical arc, you can basically just cut it until you get to the middle, fold it over, and then use that as a trace to make sure that your arc is identical on both sides. Once you've chopped that off, now we are going to make the cage where we're going to slide our little strap in. So you're going to fold and stitch, and I'm folding it about 1.5 centimeters. If you are going to make it smaller, make sure that your strap that you make is smaller so it can actually fit through the hole. And that's basically me just pinning everything into place, and then you can hand stitch that down or you can machine stitch it. Other people use glue. Once that's done, I basically top stitch everything. I'm going to make a little slit at the corners, as you can see, so I'm able to just fold my hem up twice and still have it neat. And that's me just hemming for the neatness of it. If you are planning on wearing this top all the time and have it in the wash, I suggest that you do put a hem so it doesn't fray in the wash. And then you are going to basically focus on the strap now. So the excess fabric that we had, we are going to cut a strap out of it. So cut off the hem, the extra hem that you see there. And then just make sure that the strap that you have is actually straight. If this is a stretch fabric, you are actually able to just pull it and slide it in, because it will roll in itself and make the little strap. Or you can fold it right side to right side and then turn it inside out with your loop turner or with your safety pin or with your hairpin and have a strap like this. Once you have your strap, just use your safety pin or your hairpin to pull it through your little slit that you made, and then just tie it and you are done. And this is how it turned out. Now we're going to move on to this little bralette, which is getting easier and easier. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, is it actually going to cover my boobs? Is it actually going to work out? And the key to this is, if you have a bigger bust, use a bigger top. Because I barely made it out with this one, and this is just a medium and I'm quite tiny. You're going to go up 25 centimeters. You're going to cut your hem off. Make sure you cut it off straight so it's not fraying and it looks neat. And then you can skip the step, which is the hemming, because most of the people on TikTok did actually skip this, but I folded and then stitched it down so it's neat and I can wear it if I'm going out. I did this along the bottom hem and the top hem. And then I just stitched them into place, and that was it. I just cut this in half and pull it through, and that's how you basically wear the top. So yeah. with the rest of your top, you can just have a little crop top. I thought, like, why waste the top? It's such a cute little top. So you can just hem the bottom and then have that as a crop top as well. So putting on this top, yeah, it's not as easy as they make it look. They also just fast forward, so everything, like, you know, just slides right on. No, I basically had to adjust quite a bit, and then I tied it, and yeah, I barely made it out with it. I would suggest that you use a bigger top or one with more stretch in it, but yeah, it did come out quite cute and it actually works out. And the extra piece that we use is just a little crop top. Put it over anything, you can wear it, you can double layer it, it still looks cute. Now we're gonna go to this like band top. I wasn't sure what to call this, but I was like, ooh, that looks cute. That's for a girls' night out, right? So you basically just cut the top. I made mine about 25 centimeters wide as well. You can pick like the width that you want and stretch out your top a bit so it is able to go over your head. And you need to use like a stretchy top. And then just slide it over and that's it. Would I trust myself with this in public? No. But it turned out cute. Anyway, see you next week, guys.